Welcome to Oh Brother, a podcast where we try to figure it all out with your hosts, Brandon and Collin. On this week's show, Accidental French Monday. Ahoy.
Ahoy!
How's it going?
Oh, it's cold. It's less snowy though.
It's
okay.
still cold. How?
I mean, it was warm enough today. I have to go back to school tomorrow, so that is unfortunate.
Oh,
I did get a good solid 3 days of snow day, so I feel like that's good, right? 3 snow days, pretty good. I feel like I can't complain too much about that.
No,
and
what?
It's better to go back on Thursday than like going back only for Friday. That would really suck like a lot, and so I don't want
Yeah, that's not good. At least you get a little bit of runway there.
Yeah,
still.
get to actually, you can maybe actually do something with a couple days, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted you like twice. What were you going to say?
No, it's fine. I was just curious. How much snow did you actually get?
Unofficial estimates from yesterday. So I measured yesterday, right? So could have been a small bit of melting occurring. But about yesterday when I was measuring outside, we had 7 inches.
Well, that's...
So I think there may have been a bit more than that, but not too much. Because I measured over like in the shade by the woods. So like it wouldn't have melted too bad over there.
Okay.
And I measured in several different areas. Now, I say unofficial because I measured by jamming my hand in the snow and then measuring that when I came back inside later. But
I think that's totally fine. I
feel like that's
how else did humanity measure things but with their hands?
Yeah, right?
It's
exactly.
Literally how you measure horses. So
yeah, that is true. And the foot exists.
So my question is, how many horses deep was the snow?
I don't really know how horses work, but not very much. It would have been over a hoof.
Oh.
Probably. I don't know about much more than that though. So at least 1 hoof of a big horse, right? Like not a dainty like Arabian, right? You know, like a draft horse, you know, like
nice.
What about you? How did you get snow? How much? A little, or was it just like -7 like it was? Like,
yeah. So, we did get the bitter cold on. So we were supposed to have 2 waves of snows, and the first wave, it was Saturday morning. It was too cold for it to amount to much, which we were all much rejoicing in and thankful for. We then ran away, and we went into the storm. Went further south.
That's not how running away works. That's
we ran away.
That's the opposite of running away.
Ran towards. Some say ran towards. And and because I wanted to be in position if team members needed help.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
Everyone
didn't want to be stuck far away.
And
wanted to be stuck nearby.
Yes, would like to be stuck near. Stuck near. Absolutely. So that was the plan. And we decided we were all going to go down as a family, which was also a choice. And kind of like last minute, load up last minute, lightly packed, because I was like, only 2 nights, don't pack much, because we also need to make room for the winter storm preparation. Like typically when we go down, I don't have to pack a snow shovel.
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
It's fair.
Or a box of cat litter and ice melt. I also don't have to pack blankets for everybody, tarps for everybody. I don't have to pack like this kind of stuff and extra food in case. So like we were ready. We drove down in the snow on Saturday and it was fine. And we ended up basically it really was kind of a I don't know, like a tactical decision of where are we going to stay? Because I was like, we could stay at Dad's, but that will be bad. So
is far away, right? And if the goal is to be close to things, that is not the place to be. Way out on a farm road.
Yeah.
with no snowplow support.
That's not going to see a snowplow for at least
many days,
yes,
right? Yeah,
probably many. So I was like, well, we can't do that. So then it was, well, now we have to find like a hotel. I have to find a like we did this whole like mapping it out of like what's the best.
Oh no, you were finding the most centralized hotel location, weren't you?
Yes.
Did you have a map laid out with perhaps some red yarn drawn about? Right. This is what I'm envisioning in my head, right? You have the map pinned to the wall, red strings, like one color string to the office, right? And then some like tape around the service area, but then you're like put pins in the hotels and are like drawing lines between them, triangulating best positions. Am I close, right? Like, or was it basically that, but done on Google Maps instead?
Yeah, we'll just assume that that's exactly what happened. I think
okay, all right, I like this. Okay.
For illustrative purposes, that's what happened. And you mentioned our office. Like, there was a moment where I was like, look, if things get real bad, like, we're just going to have to stay at the office. And so we had like an...
and then your wife said, ha ha, ha 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 ha,
no. No. So we did have...
Maybe you're staying at the office, but
we had a space heater in the back in case we ended up there. That's all I'm saying.
Oh God.
And so part of it was like, okay, we're gonna stay at this hotel. It can't be like, I don't know, like it can't be like real crappy because like we might be there for a while, and so
that can't be like no offense, but it can't be like motel.
No,
right? Like
no. When you can see the doors from the outside, I was like, not that one. Okay, so it's fine. Again, other occasions.
Although there are some sweet, like, vintagey motels in Springfield, but, like, they're cool looking from the outside. I don't know if I want to go, like, in there.
Didn't want to be snowed in at one. Here, this
like
is...
the historic one that the car people always go to.
Yes.
Glenstone, right? Yeah. Like up there.
Cool.
You always go to that one.
Looks great. Also, if we were going to stay at that one, we might as well stay at the office because the office is literally a minute away. So
fair, but
yeah, I was like, what if we get snowed in? What do we actually want to be in? So we went back and forth and found one because we have the kids with us too. So like they need to have places to be. It needs to be kind of bigger with a indoor pool, that kind of stuff. So it's kind of weird how we planned this, and. Turns out I actually was needed on Sunday morning.
See, there you go.
Had an employee get out and they're like, I did a and visit. I can't do the rest. So I was like, well, here we go. Suiting up, getting out, and they got a foot of snow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was a lot. But it was the real powdery kind.
Yeah, it was real. The air was so dry. Yeah. Like, it really did not. It was very powdery. Ours was like that as well.
Everybody became real immediate experts on the effect of temperature on snowflake formation.
Yeah, it's okay. They'll forget about it in like 20 seconds. So
it's gonna be great.
But...
so, I went out and I don't know. I love driving in the snow. It's fun.
It's a sentence that you could say.
It also helps when I have a vehicle that's like.
That's why you love driving in the snow, because you get to like use the buttons on your car. You're like, you just feel vindicated now, right? Because you're like, at long last.
Yes. I think
I can push the snow button.
So I may at some point in trying to convince Megan to buy our current vehicle, I may have used the phrase, "It's a destroyer of worlds." And so
that's a bit extra, even for you. I feel like
it's off-roading prowess and history. And so, in going through all this stuff, Megan casually slips. She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you bought a destroyer of worlds. Am I wrong?" And I was like, "No, you're not wrong. Dang it. Okay, fine. We'll go out." So that was fine, and I didn't have any issues, but it was a lot of shoveling of people's driveways for the team so that they could get out and be safe, which is important when they came out later behind me for afternoon stuff visits. So that actually went really, really well. And then it was like, well, do we stay here another night or do we go bother Dad? And so it was like, well, let's bother him. He's not doing anything. And if he got a foot of snow, he's going to need some help. So turns out he did, in fact, get the tractor stuck. And then his truck basically stuck, trying to blade the driveway for whatever reason. So we went out, and it was just so cold, right? It looked pretty, but you could spend 7.5 minutes outside before you could back in. Frostbite is occurring currently, people, so please don't do that. So we played outside, had a lot of fun, and then Monday we came back home and have been settled in. But up here we got less snow. I think we also got like 6 to 7 inches around us. So we had to shovel our way into our back door, and which was fun. That was great, jumping out of the car, being like, wait, before anybody can go inside, I need to spend 15 minutes shoveling everything.
Yeah, I was like, God dang it! What the heck? Like, I don't...
That's a fun feeling. Let me tell you.
Is it?
No, it's not. It's not. Yeah. So
we actually put off all of our shoveling until today because we're like, well, we don't have to go anywhere. So
yeah,
why get out when it's like mega cold and shovel if you're not even going to go anywhere anyway?
Yeah.
We just like put it off. We always put it off as long as possible. Like, okay, well,
I think that's
okay. We're going to have to go back like today. We're like, well, we have to go back tomorrow. So I guess we should go shovel today, even though we did go out for our customary walkabout in the snow yesterday.
Of course you have to. One
But I mean, we did wait till yesterday and not the days when it was 5 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
This is you have to wait till it's a bit warmer.
You do. It's kind of important. But so we waited, but we still went, and then we shoveled today. But it was like pretty warm. It was like 35, 37 degrees when we were going outside today. So it's like
today was
nothing
beautiful. I really enjoyed today.
But the shoveling was much easier today because it was like pretty melty. So Susan did go. We did go over. Susan went over and shoveled off her mom's driveway a little bit before, but like, you know, because they have to go. They have to go over all the places all the time. You know,
I'm sure. Yeah,
because that makes sense, right? They just need to be out and about always, faffing around, doing weird stuff.
Yeah. So that was our week so far, and it's been I don't know. It's Megan asked, because of what we did to our weekend and how it was situated and when we were traveling. I'm like, I came home on a Monday. That's horrible. Like it is like it does not feel. My brain is not synced up with what day it actually is.
That's fair. Yeah, it kind of throws everything off a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of like being out of school for 3 days. I'm kind of not sure what day it is right now.
Yeah.
I just had like a really long weekend, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, where am I? What's happening?
Where to?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Like, I was super unproductive to do anything. It's basically like played video games and read all weekend. Extended weekend. So, we accidentally had a very French Monday. However, it was kind of weird. Susan decided
that's a
not
accidental
accidental French Monday, right?
Okay.
Yeah, no, not we sat around in a cafe smoking all day. No, not that. We had Susan decided that we should go, and we always go over and eat dinner with her mom, right?
Okay.
Who is of course our next door neighbor. So like when I say go, like we travel feet away.
Yes.
But she wanted to make them breakfast on Monday, so we made French toast Monday morning.
Okay.
Right, and then it just so happened that we had scheduled Monday night to be French onion soup night. So, like, I guess we messed up for lunch a little bit. I guess we should have had a jambon beurre sandwich, but like, other than that, like other than lunch getting in the way, we had accidental.
I mean, it's not so bad, is it?
No, it was. It was just really funny. It was like, oh my gosh, look at this.
Oh. Well, I, as far as Monday goes, having an accidental French one, I think is pretty.
I think it's not too bad.
I think it's
schedule some more French Mondays. I mean, that didn't work, so like that's good. That's also French
also
thing,
French, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Just to be clear, French people, I agree with you. Okay, so I'm saying this in a positive manner. I'm not being a disparaging American, being like, "They should work more." No. We should work less. I'm just saying. I'm with you here. I understand.
Yes,
I think.
Yeah, yes, it's where we are. It's totally fine. Yeah.
Just wanted to clarify.
I'm one of you.
Yeah. So, other than that, well, we did have some people over on Saturday. They were coming over Saturday to just have like lunch. We were going to have like a lunch thing. And so they came anyway. We're like, well, you sure you want to come? Because it's snowing. They're like, nah, it's fine. So they came.
Okay.
Since it was like 11:30, they were like, yeah. And they like just kind of started snowing a bit. And it hadn't really, it had been snowing kind of all morning, but like,
sure.
It hadn't like, it was so powdery and fine, and it hadn't accumulated just like massively. So they're like, nah, whatever. It's okay.
Yeah.
That was about it, really. Nothing too exciting. I had to check all my emails all the time. So we had that AMI stuff, so the kids had homework for the snow days.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they had to do things. So I had to check all that stuff. I had random emails from a bunch of people. So been looking at those, seeing if they need any help with that. So I've just been kind of sitting around, like having my school device with me, like nearby, just like checking it every once in a while.
Sure. Well, because that was my question of do you know the decision tree for them doing still doing the remote learning versus not? Like, how do they parse through whether they're going to do that or not?
Part of it has to do with how many days are in the calendar already. And I don't remember this year how many extra days already exist. Right? Like, because you have the state says you have to go this minimum number of days, right?
Right.
And then I think we go longer just to have like days that you can use if you need them to like take off. I don't know how much longer. At one point it was like a lot of days, and so like we never had to do anything and it was awesome. But like he's been like shrinking that for reasons that I can't really understand. I think part of it is like allegedly, like, since they can't pay us any more money, they're like, well, you could work 2 less days a year. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, at that point, like, who cares? Whatever. But usually the thinking is that like if we're just gonna miss like one day, they'll be like, snow day, whatever, right? But if it's going to be like consecutive days, potentially several consecutive days,
I see.
It will be work days, right? And some of the weather forecasts for our area, like there was some that were putting that number at like 12 plus inches of snow. Now that wasn't with like a high percentage of certainty, right? It was like 80% chance of like over 10 inches. But still, if it would have been that number, we wouldn't have gone to school at all, I don't think.
That would be what we would call, ladies and gentlemen, bad.
Yeah. Now I know all my friends in Finland are laughing at us atrociously. They're like, what do you mean?
That's fair.
Okay. And to them I say, fair. All right. We that's okay. I understand. We just don't have the infrastructure to deal with that. And so they also our county road crew is like 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
So uh yay.
Yeah, boy howdy.
Hooray. But that's the general mode of thought, is that if there are going to be consecutive days, then there will be work days, right?
Mm.
But if it's just going to be one, especially if it's like, oh, it's going to be real snowy on Friday, and we might be out of school on Friday, then they'll be like, meh, whatever. Like,
yeah,
that's usually the thinking, but I don't know. It has happened before too that we were out a whole week, and they did work days like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday they're like, nah, it's fine. just snow day. Who cares? We were already gone a whole week. We'll just skip that one. So I got to sort through all that tomorrow. That will be tomorrow's task. Tomorrow has 2 tasks. Number 1, what on earth was I doing before we left? And then sifting through all the work and seeing who's done. Did anybody miss it? Was anybody not able to finish it? And figure out that and get that stuff done and turned in. Because I have to have it turned in. Like, I have to put it in the grade book with a grade for the state of Missouri to count it as an official non-missed day of school. Like, there has to be a record that it was completed.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know who looks at that, but they have to be able to go in there, if somebody did look at it, I don't know, and be like, oh, here's their AMI day 1. Here's all the grades. Ta-da. Right? Like, this, it was all completed. That way, if all the kids turned the work in, therefore it counts as a school day. Right? So I don't really know the logistics of how that functions. I don't know who looks at that. I don't know if we just like report it. We're like, yeah, no, it's fine. Definitely fine. Don't worry about it. Like, I don't know. Well, it's like Harrison Ford or Han Solo in the first Star Wars: A New Hope, when they're busted into the Death Star, and he's like, "Is everything all right?" Yeah, sure. Everything's fine. Everything's fine here. How are you? Like,
yes. Yeah. Don't look.
When they're like disguised as stormtroopers, and they're like, yeah, everything's fine here. Had an accident. Everything, we're all fine here now. Yes. How are you? Yeah. Yep. And then he shoots the comm. Yeah, that's kind of how I think it goes. Like,
I
don't know. Like,
not too bad.
So allegedly, there will be some record of this happening, but I don't know if that's true. But I have to put it in the grade book. So I have to go through and be like, oh, you didn't finish it. I need you to do this. Like, just make it like an assignment. Like, you have this many days to finish it, right? Like, because I have to check it. So that will be the slog tomorrow of going through. Because I don't want to do it now. Also, because like technically, it's not due. None of the stuff is due until they come back to school. Right. So I told them, like, until I see you again.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not going to check it and grade it now. Because like maybe you were, didn't have whatever power or something. I don't know.
Sure.
But like,
that makes sense.
It's due when the next time I see you. Right. So like, and some of the kids, like, they can't, like, the internet's not great at their house, so they'll like download it on their Chromebooks, and then they can't like upload it and turn it into me at home. So they just come up to me and like, here, look. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Boom.
Sure. That makes
done. Counted. Or they can turn it in when they get back to school, right? When they get back on the school internet, then they can just like slap it on there and it's fine. So yeah, that's tomorrow, is navigating that, all that stuff. I'm just looking through all the assignments. Yay!
Digging through.
So happy.
It's gonna be
woohoo.
well,
if I can convince all the kids to actually go into Google Classroom and click the turn in button,
Ooh.
right? Because there's a big fat turn in button there.
Mm.
And like they don't have to do that for me to like look at their work. But if they do that, it like sorts it into a separate column of that just says like turned in and finished. So if I could get them to click the button,
then
checking who wasn't done
yeah
becomes a lot easier. Otherwise, I have to go through all of them individually to just like see if they're done or not.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's annoying. So like if they would push the button.
Well, good luck with
that. That would be great. Yeah.
Push the button.
Yeah. Because like I can like even if I open it now and look at it, I can tell like I know that there's more done than what it tells me. Right. So it says that there's 18 people that haven't done it. Right. But if let me click on this person. If I click on this person right here, oh yeah, his is done. He just never turned it in. So like, so I'd have to do that with all of them. Gross.
Sorry.
So yeah, it's all right. Just sort through. Oh look, she's done too and didn't turn it in. Grr. So again, this number is this says there's 18 people that have not completed my assignment, but clearly that is incorrect.
Oh. Oh, no.
So yeah. Oh, another person whose is done didn't push the button. So yes, you see the problem here.
Come on, people.
Push the button, bro. Yep, another one. Yeah. There you go. So just a sampling, 4 out of the 18 are actually finished.
That sounds so good.
Yeah. Guys, push the button. We always turn it in class. Oh yeah, by the some of you I know are listening right now because we've been found out. I don't know if you've discovered that randomly, but like, we found out. I found it was ominous, is what it was, Colin.
Oh,
I found a note on my desk written in Morse code.
Oh no,
that was the name of the show.
Morse code.
Wow.
Hey,
and I was like,
hey kids,
threat? Like, what's happening here?
Yeah, maybe
it was
don't leave random notes in Morse code around.
That's all it said. It just said, "Oh, brother."
On
a torn bit of notebook paper.
That's so
laying on my desk.
No.
Very ominous. Right?
No.
Mildly threatening.
This is all wrong and absolutely horrifying. No.
And hilarious at the same time.
And genuinely funny. Yes.
And also a bit telling because like they didn't sign their name, but who knows Morse code in the 6th grade? Like,
yeah,
I know for a fact one person does because they've talked about it before. Okay. So, in case you didn't think I was listening, busted. But that's what
boom, busted. Okay, so this is how I experience this in real time. I get the comment alerts to my phone on Spotify because I have the creator account and I check stuff. And so I just start getting these notifications. But Megan also gets these because she signed into the creator account that we use to manage our other one.
Oh, and yeah. Okay.
So because it manages both.
Okay. I see.
And so I'll get one, and all of a sudden I would just get this screenshot from Megan with like question mark, and then so I'm like having to explain what is going on and what I think this is as I'm forwarding to you, and I have an admonishment here. If you're going to take the time to listen, I'm not going to break the third wall here. I'm not going to speak to anybody directly. However, Brandon, I think you would agree that anybody who takes the time to leave a comment should absolutely be leaving a 5-star review of the podcast.
Yeah, it's true.
Nope.
I appreciate that they understand how engagement works, right? Like, oh yeah, commenting is good for the thing. But bro, yeah, come on. What are you doing?
It's also good for things?
Yeah.
Reviews.
You at least review it, man.
At least review it. So anyway, I'm not going to break the third wall. Nobody in particular, but I would think that somebody who listens.
Yeah, nobody in particular that clearly listened to more than one of the episodes. I commented multiple times on really random old ones too. Like, what is that? Like they just I felt like they just scroll down and hit stop. Or like, all right, this one. Like, what? What do you do? Not even like last week. So what is happening?
I know that was the one. Yes.
One of those was like way old, not way old, but it was like from many weeks ago. Like I had to I had to log on. I had to like open Spotify to figure out like when that was, because you just sent me the comment and I was like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, it was
so this is an episode from like November, right? Like, so I don't know how to pick that one, but whatever, it's fine. Maybe they just were perusing your snappy titles and we're like, hey, let's check this one out. Let's go.
Look, titles work. That's why I do that. Yes. So.
Yeah. Speaking of which. Sorry, we didn't mean to leave you hanging last week, but
I'm hanging my head in shame.
No one knows what happened.
I have no idea what happened. I
feel like maybe we should blame AT&T. Like really, we should
yes,
do right. Like
yes, I think we should blame AT&T.
Yeah.
I do not know what happened, and I feel horrible because what happens is whenever Zoom records, it always places the folder on the far right of my screen, and I grab it because that's where it puts it on my screen, on my desktop, and it's really annoying. I always grab our recording and I put it in the lower left-hand corner because that's where the Oh Brother unedited file goes. And I could have sworn like this happened, but like I checked backups. I looked at all sorts of places. It does not exist. There's no history of us having recorded last week, which I'm going to say is an amazing episode.
I know. I'm sad.
It was so good. And we're not going to rehash it here. But all I'm going to say is there was chili talk.
It was.
There was a weird discussion about something that was not apple pie.
True.
And
yeah, I'm sad that's gone. We'll have to just broach that. It's next fall if it happens again, right?
Exactly.
Like, I'll just bring it back up.
And and a shout out to the to a public library. Like, it was good stuff.
Yeah.
So I hang my head in shame here and look, we did this for 326 episodes without an issue.
No, we've had another lost one too.
Yeah, I think though we were able to jump in and record quickly with that one.
Maybe
or something.
We did something. I don't know, but we did it. We did it. You put an old one. You just like reposted one of the most popular old episodes.
I did
because something happened with the recording. It was like super corrupted and like broken.
Right, and I couldn't download it. Okay, so 325 episodes.
Yeah. So.
Coming
up on two lost episodes. Only 2 lost episodes. That's not bad.
6 years, I think this is fine.
Yeah.
So
yeah, spoilers. The first lost episode had a whole in-depth conversation about Jake the Snake Roberts. So yeah, still waiting to revisit that one. So we'll just see.
I'd forgotten about that.
It's the only part I remember because. What?
Why was that? Why did that happen? Yeah,
I remember the context, so that's right. Yeah. So don't worry, though, listeners. We'll have 2 haikus for you this week.
2 haikus. Right?
I'll hit you up with the lost haiku. We won't let that one stay lost.
No.
Okay.
No, we'll bring that back. But yes, so deepest, sincerest.
Yeah. Apologies. Sorry. So if you're wondering, man, what happened to Pip in the 3 chapters from the lost episode? He was a whiny baby, right? There you go. Pip is a whiny baby. And in reading these last 3 chapters from this week, still a whiny baby. And I think I want a book about Herbert instead. I feel like that's what I want.
Can we? Okay. We're doing this right now. We're in chapters. We need to do this. Okay. So this week sorry, we're not talking about chapters 25 through 27. We're moving ahead. We got to get to chapter 30 because what I thought last week's were awkward and weird, and
they were.
This week's though.
Also awkward and weird.
Right. And weird.
But I just feel like, you know how some authors write sequels to books that they didn't write, right? Like how what is it? You know hold on. Again, I know that you've missed silently Googling things on the line here.
Everybody loves this.
Yeah, so how The Wide Sargasso Sea is actually a prequel to Jane Eyre, right? But it's not written by Charlotte Bronte. It's a completely different person wrote it way later. That's what I need. The Herbert book. I need the Herbert Pocket compendium to Great Expectation. Because I feel like every chapter where there's much Herbert, I like better than all the ones where Pip is whining around. And describing carpets. Again, Oscar, why did you pick this as your thing to do?
And it's because
why did you just go, man?
Herbert is normal. Herbert is well grounded. It's like anytime we get to interact with Joe, I'm like, oh my goodness, here is somebody who
a real person
understands. He's a real person. He's comfortable. Herbert knows all of the shortfallings that he has here, except with the weird things about capital and some delusions about how you just make money.
Get it?
Whatever.
Yes. It just appears magically. But again, I know you're not. I don't think you're supposed to like Pip, right? I just feel like you're not because this is supposed to be Dickens excoriating the upper class. Right. And how they're useless and they don't contribute to society. They just hoard capital and they hoard wealth and they don't let anybody else have any access to it. Right. I know this. Right. And it's working because I can't stand Pip at all. Right.
Well, it's also Pip suddenly becomes such an unrelatable character in many aspects of his interactions with others and his thought processes because of that level of entitlement.
Yeah, and I know that's what it's for, right? Dickens is saying that the wealthy have no basis in reality, right? They don't understand how the world functions, right? Once you achieve a certain level of wealth, you don't actually understand the world anymore, right? Because you're so far removed from the daily life and the daily grind of normal humans that your opinion basically doesn't matter, right? This is still true in 2026, by the way. Just saying.
Do you ever watch
all you internet crypto bros, shush, no one cares.
Did you ever watch the show Arrested Development?
I've only seen clips of the show.
Okay. There is a clip of the mom in here where she's very, very wealthy, hasn't been connected to the real world in a very long time, and she comes out. Her name's Lucille, and she comes up and she's like, "It's one banana. How much could it cost? $20?" She throws out this insane amount because she has $10. Yeah, she goes, what she says, how much? It's one banana. How much could it cost? $10? Because she has no idea how cheap they actually are because she can't think in that kind of context anymore.
Yeah.
And how much does it actually cost to buy? She doesn't know. It's this wonderful glimpse into this complete disconnection from the real world. And we see that in Pip. Pip aspires for that. the disconnection, for the chasm between him and society.
Yeah, and like I was reminded this week when I was reading about Pip being a numpty that I saw a part of an interview one time about like how completely useless King Charles is as a human, right?
Yes.
And it was talking about like there was a guy, like I guess he used to work for him, right? And he called him to come into the office because a piece of paper had fallen into the trash can and he needed him to get it out for him.
Yeah.
Like, this is the level of complete uselessness that is achieved when money is involved and when you've been raised that way, right? Especially if you've been raised that way. Like, if you come into it later, like maybe, but you become useless, as Pip has, right? Like, you just are boring and useless and you don't know how to do things. Like, apparently, even pick up a piece of paper. It becomes too taxing for you, right? You can see why Princess Diana was so distressed all the time.
Smitten. You were going to say smitten. There was no wrongdoing. Anyway,
distressed. You can see why what's the younger kid's name? The younger prince's name that's been disassociated from the family nowadays.
Yeah.
Why his wife is so like, yo, what is wrong with all of you people?
Yeah.
Right? Like, yes. Yeah, good question.
Absolutely.
I know. So, like, yeah, this is the vibe I'm getting this week from Pip here. And I just, like, I don't know, like, just, like, Herbert actually makes sense. Right? Also, I like the way that Dickens writes the dialogue between them. And when it's just Pip's voice only, like, describing things, it's kind of boring and he rambles a lot. But whenever he's talking to Herbert, like, it flows a little bit better. It is more interesting.
Sure.
And since this book since we've gone 250 plus pages and like nothing is happening, like, it's kind of I gotta take what I can get, right? Like,
yeah you have to get, and I think that's also what we get here is Pip, when he's talking with Herbert, like you said, is actually advancing the thought, and we get some of the background with this, and it actually pulls, because otherwise we're just kind of faffing about during these other things, and like, it's
there is
awkward.
a lot of faffing about. I was thinking about that today too. Like, if somebody in 1850s London is reading this weekly, some of these chapters, like, how did they be like, yeah, I definitely have to figure out what happens next time? Like, what? Like,
well, and that may also be a commentary on this, in that, like, nothing is happening because these people don't do anything.
They're vapid and useless.
Yes, they're vapid and useless. So it's not surprising that their lives are boring and mundane. Like, we get more, like, insight into other people's lives than what Pip has been doing. Like, we don't know. I don't know what he's been doing for, I don't know, years at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he's supposedly, I think, he's about, when we're around 20 years old, I think, right now.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there, I believe, is where we are. Yeah, and he's just been like hanging out, reading, I guess. Cool.
Yes.
Like, I don't know.
That's exactly what has been happening, and I'm going, okay, because that is what Mr. Pocket does for a living. He reads with people. That's supposed to be education and enlightening, and here they're being enlightened. And I love, like, we've obviously jumped to chapter 30 here, but like,
okay, yeah. We'll back up. We'll back up slightly to 28, right? 28. 28 is what happens. Okay, this again, random chapter, just so that you know that random stuff that happened at the beginning matters, right?
Yes.
That's all this chapter is, right? We're going, like, he feels guilty about Joe, and he's like, oh, but Miss Haverson said she wanted to see me, so I got to go back to wherever, right? So I got to load up, okay? I got to load up in the stuff, and then he's like, oh, I should go stay with Joe. And then very quickly, he talks himself out of it. He's like, no, I'm going to stay at the hotel because, like, he's just, like, making up excuses to, like, talk himself out of it because he, like, doesn't really want to go do it. And so he's like, oh no, I don't want to surprise. I won't be expected. They won't have any, they don't have room for me, and they won't blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to go stay there, and then I'll go see him later. Right. And then later he talks himself out of doing that altogether. But anyway, we go, he's going to take a carriage, whatever. And, he's not looking forward to going back there. He just wants to go see Miss Haversham. Really, he doesn't really want to see anybody else. And apparently, it is commonplace in 1850s England for, if you have to do a prisoner transport, you just, like, throw them on the wagon with everybody else.
Oh, it's great
with all other people going somewhere.
They're incensed by this. They're not happy with what's going on. Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, and it's really it's a bizarre scene, right? But, we get up there and, oh my gosh, you'll never guess who one of the convicts is. Whoa. It's the second guy.
The second guy who made the weird, like, finger gunny things.
The finger gun guy. Fonzie convict with the file, right? Yeah. Like, it's him. Right. And so Pip recognizes him. We don't think he recognizes Pip, right? We don't think so. But it does come to pass that we are for sure about this because as they're all sort of nodding off and sleep, the convicts are talking to each other, and he is relating the story to the second convict, right? About what happened. He's like, yeah, there was this one dude, and he told me that to find the boy who didn't turn him in and kept his secret and give him some money as, like, thank you. And the other dude's like, why'd you do that? You should have just kept the money, bro. Like, why?
He's very confused. And rightfully so. They're convicts. The guy asks him, like, would you do this out of honor? And the guy was basically like, harumph anyway.
He's like, I just kind of wanted to see what would happen. Like, he just...
Yeah. He's like, no, curiosity, really.
Yeah, he's like but apparently a second convict is just very, like, chaotic neutral. Just like, yeah, we're just gonna see what goes on.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what would happen if I did this.
Okay, cool.
Neat.
Yes. Don't understand.
So yeah, that's basically chapter 29. Anything else happen here?
You mean 28.
No. Oh, we are 28, I mean. Except for when he's at the boar, he reads an excerpt from the newspaper that basically is talking about how all of the great things that happened in this young and upcoming man's life were due to Mr. Pumblechook. Who has been talking himself up greatly, apparently, because they're like, hey, do you want me to go send for him? And he's like, no, why would you say that? And he brings him the paper. He's like, maybe you should read this, just so you know. That's right.
Yep. And it also is a little glimpse into just how, like, really the gravity of what's happened, because this is something that I just don't like. This is an absolute, like, world changing, not just for Pip, but also for his entire community.
Apparently, too. Yes.
Like, that's the other part where I'm like, really? Like, really? Okay, yeah, because he's ascended right now, and
that's true. Yeah,
that's this pointing back to the what you've talked about before, is the gulf between the classes here, And now they have one of theirs as one of them, and it's amazing.
Yeah, except for it's not really.
Again, yeah, they don't know. They don't know that world.
Don't know. Yeah. So anyway, that was chapter 28. It was weird. And then, oh dear Lord, chapter 29 happens. And if you needed more proof that Miss Havisham is a crazy person and quite possibly the worst person ever, it's this chapter.
I tried to speed read through this. It was so painful.
It was, yeah. This is like when you get that like secondhand embarrassment for things, right? You're like, you don't want to watch like a TV show because it's just like the character's like undergoing too much embarrassment. It's like too horrible. That's what's happening in this chapter. It's not great.
No.
We do start off with a bit of a surprise though, right?
Oh.
So your man's Pip goes to see Miss Havisham and he's like, oh, hey, there's a doorman butler guy here. And the doorman butler guy opens the door and he turns around and he's like, what are you doing here? It's you, Orlick is here, right? Being snide and vague and hateful and dumb. He just like evades every single question. Like, well, how did you get here? On my own two legs. Well, what do you like?
He says, like, when did you get here? And Orlick's like, well, it must have been after you left.
Yeah, sometime between when you left and now. Well, are you doing good here? Well, I ain't doing no harm. Like, what? That's then you have left the forge then? Does this look like a forge to you? Like, oh my gosh, you cagey bum. What are you talking?
Well, and to talk about like the fever pitch that Pip has been worked up to, he has this statement before he gets to Orlick, which is like, again, we have to. I'm trying to like why Pip is so like on. He's so worked up, and because he says, she, Miss Havisham, reserved it, as in this building, to restore for me, to restore the desolate house, admit the sunshine into the dark rooms, set the clocks a-going and the cold hearths a-blazing, tear down the cobwebs, destroy the vermin. In short, do all the shining deeds of the young knight of romance and marry the princess. It's like, whoa, okay. Like,
yeah.
Really.
I think the reason he's going off on this is because later, again, when we're talking to our best boy, Herbie, right? Pip does have this sense of like sorrow because like at least Herbert has like a goal, right? Like Herbert like wants to do things. Like he's not maybe not entirely sure how he's going to go about doing them, but like he has a plan. Like he wants to do insurance, wants to do these things and blah. And Pip is just sort of like vibing, right? He doesn't really have he doesn't have a purpose.
No,
he's not like working towards anything. You know, at least Herbert is trying to work towards something, right? He has a job in the counting house, so he's at least like getting exposed to like accounting and like record keeping and all this stuff, right? So like at least he's kind of like near the world that he wants to end up in, right? Where Pip is just like hanging out and like he's being a gentleman of leisure and he doesn't really know what to do with that and he has no like drive and no like focus. So this like big tirade that he goes on about like restoring the house and like making it worthwhile again is like this is like as close as he can come to like a plan because he has no other goal, right? He's just like reading.
Yep.
Which, you know, cool, but like he's not doing anything.
No.
And so I think that's where this comes from is like he's like kind of latched onto this idea, this like big over romanticized ideal of like restoring the manor and like maybe firing the brewery up and like, you know, getting all this stuff done to like as something to aspire to. Whereas right now he has like zero aspirations whatsoever. And so I think that's why he has sort of worked himself up into this tizzy.
Well, it would make sense. It really would. You're just agog going, I'm sorry, what?
But yeah, he is a bit extra.
A bit, yes.
Again, goes inside, finds Miss Sarah Pocket, who he keeps describing as green.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
doing
because she's
well.
envious of his position or because she is also trapped in a house with no sunlight. Right?
Probably both.
Both. A little bit. She's rotting away here, like everything else. They go in, right? He knocks on the door, and Miss Havisham immediately recognizes the knock, right? She's
Super
like,
creepy.
Pip's rap. Come in, Pip.
Super creepy.
Yeah, not weird at all. But people do have a way they knock on doors, right? People have like a thing they do.
I also
right?
say, I think this speaks to how few people she must get as well.
That's true. Well, also,
I don't know.
I was thinking also in terms of like, in this house, nothing changes ever.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, not even the way that Pip knocks on the door.
Yeah.
Right. If all the time he came here before, he just knocked on the door the same way, like she's not expecting anything to change. Right.
No.
Because she lives in a world absent of change. Right.
Yeah.
She lives in this constant doldrums of nothingness. But he comes in and she's with a person and he's like, huh, that's weird. I've never seen that lady before.
Oh my
gosh. Or have you?
Dun, dun,
dun, dun.
Because
right. She's back, ladies and gentlemen. Better than ever? Probably not, right? The lady whom I had never seen before lifted up her eyes and looked archly at me. And then I saw that the eyes were Estella's eyes. But she was so much changed, was so much more beautiful, so much more womanly. In all things, winning admiration had made such wonderful advances that I seemed to have made none.
He still sees her as way over here. Right?
Yes. Again, I don't really know why we're obsessed with this woman.
I don't know.
Because, like, she's not cool.
No.
She's just hateful all the time. And he's like, oh, man, but she's pretty, though. Like, we are very developmentally delayed because this is, like, a very, like, middle school, like, / high school, like, thought process, right? Like,
yeah.
It's like we're only, and again, perhaps we're making some sort of commentary on the upper class, but we're only obsessed with how things look.
Surely,
right?
No.
Yeah, again, totally not like how 2026 is at all. I mean, that's obviously.
Crazy that you would say that.
I know, right? But like, if you look at somebody and you're like, oh, they look pretty, that means they must be nice. No, that's not how it works. Right? Like, incorrect. Right? But we're only desiring things because of the way they look. Right? Again, it's very vapid. It's like very materialistic, like cultural realm that the ultra rich in the Victorian area live in. Definitely not the ultra rich in 2026. No, I don't know why you would think that would be different.
Sounds weird for news.
Yeah, right. So like the fact that he's just like pining over her, it's always bothered me because, like, why? Like, he's even like, it's a lot of times, right? What happens is like you're like, oh man, that person is pretty, and then you talk to them, and you're like, never mind. Like. That can happen, right?
What I get out of this is he is desiring her because she is to be desired. And,
yes.
And that's it, right? That is it. He's desiring because that's what she is to be. And it's this, you said the vapid, the emptiness. It's we go after things just to go after things, right? There's no meaning, no purpose, no reason behind it. It is because it is.
Yeah.
And I think there's also just this, what he can't have, what's not, like, what doesn't, like there's a little bit of that too, because he keeps talking about this gulf between.
Yeah. She's like unobtainable,
unobtainable,
right?
and so therefore she is desirable because of that.
Yeah, it's kind of like this is gonna sound like mega sexist. Okay, I need you to know. I need you to know that I'm not actually comparing women to watches. All right, but
wow,
he's looking at Estella like some people look at like a Rolex.
Yeah,
right. You just like, why do you want a Rolex? Because it's a Rolex.
Yes.
Like,
absolutely.
Does it keep good time? Actually, no. Right? Like, if you want an accurate watch, you're not going to buy a Rolex. Right? You're not going to. Right? This is what happened in the 80s after like a bunch of the Japanese watch companies like Casio and Seiko were like, hey, we've made these like super awesome quartz watches and they're mega accurate all the time. Rolex went, crap.
Bother. Well,
you see, you don't want a Rolex because it takes good time. You want a Rolex because it's fancy schmancy, obviously. And like they rebranded to be like the ultimate whatever, right? And like, so a lot of people aspire to this. Like I really need that, right? I must obtain a Rolex. But why?
Yep.
Like you don't actually need that, right? You don't need it. It's not a thing that is required of your life. But having it shows that you are of a certain station, right? And it's like kind of how Pip is thinking about Stella is that like he's like, oh, I can't have like we talked before, like for like 5 seconds he was like, Biddy's not so bad, right? She's a pretty cool lady, but because of his newly acquired station, someone like that who's actually a decent human is not good enough for him, right? That's like being a super mega rich dude but only wearing Casio, right? Like people are gonna people think that should be beneath you.
Yep.
Right. But he's going for this like just solely because he thinks it matches his current vibe, and it's so annoying.
It's real.
And this whole chapter doesn't make it better because they sit at this stupid table and Miss Havisham is like, yeah, you should go walk through the garden with her.
Oh.
And this walk through the garden is awful to read just because she just does not care at all. And he's like, don't you remember when we did this? And she's like, nah, I don't remember that at all.
I don't. Why? Yeah.
And all the things that he remembers her doing, right, are like actual real person things, right? Do you remember like running across the top of the barrels? And she's like, I would never do that.
Yeah.
And he was like, but you did. And I thought that was cool. And she's like, nah, that's lame. I would never do that. And he's like, oh, what about that time you snuck up here? And she's like, nah, I wouldn't do that either. He's like, what? So like the things that he actually thought were cool were like real human things that people would do. And she is now, after she's been away in France and at school, like, who knows who she's been reading with, who knows? Like, now all of those actions are also beneath her, right? Like those are normal human things are poo-poo. Like we don't talk about that. We're all fanciful.
Yeah, and also the setting of this too.
In the rotten, overgrown, dead garden
where they can't even walk without being like having to walk around
like overgrown bits of bush.
And so it's this again, this setting up these two worlds of there's reality and then there's what he's walking around. And he even notes in this time where he's like, yeah, the yellow of the dead leaves and the crumbling of the red were like the most beautiful things in the world to me at that time. And I'm going, rosy colored glasses much, bud?
Yeah, like only rose colored glasses, right? Like,
are we seriously doing this? Is this what's happening? Like,
okay. Yeah, because like in a traditional like period novel,
fairy,
right?
or just say, you can just say
or
fairy tale. Like,
right?
go ahead. Yeah.
In a piece like that, you would be courting the young royalty. You would be in like the perfectly manicured rose garden,
Yes.
right? You would be walking along in your best, weekend attire, and you would be strolling through the rose garden on the perfectly manicured lawn with the lovely hedges and the beautiful flowers and the nice benches. But like we're in like the mirror version of this, right? Like we've gone through the looking glass, and now we're in the Mish Haversham world where it's just like decay and death and like rotting everything. So he's trying to attempt some sort of like normal ritual, but in like a very perverse, everything is like perverse and wrong. Like Estella is pretty perverse and wrong in general, and the setting is wrong, and like it's just all bad. But he's like trying to make it good. Like he's like, oh, this dead yellow flower was the most beautiful flower I've ever seen. You're like, Pip, you just want to reach in the book and smack him. Pip, what's the matter?
Pip, I need you to stop, Pip, because you're hurting me, bud. You're
bro, like
hurting me.
Like, where is the red flag? Right? It's the red flower should be reminding you of a red flag. Flag on the play. This lady is toxic. Dude, stop. Okay, just stop. And it's not better because we go back inside.
This is the part where,
oh my god,
I'm going.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible.
He starts now. Now they're sitting in the room, right?
Yeah,
and
she goes to get ready for dinner. Well, right? Who knows? Maybe we have a costume change. I don't know. Right. So Estella leaves, and it's just Haversham and Pip.
Well,
right.
Yeah. I mean, before that, he's talking about what was this? I did want to mention like what was it? Proud and willful as of old, she had brought those qualities into such subjection to her beauty that it was impossible and out of nature, or so I thought, to separate them from her beauty. This is the part. Truly, it was impossible to disassociate her presence from all of those wretched hankerings after money and gentility that had disturbed my boyhood, and from those ill-regulated aspirations that had first made me ashamed of home and Joe, from all those visions that had raised her face in the glowing fire and struck it out of the iron on the anvil, extracted it from the darkness of night to look at the wooden window on the forge and flit away. He cannot, like, all of this is the same thing to him.
Yeah. There's also something weird that's bothering him too. I can't remember. It's when they're still outside. I forgot I was going to bring this up. Like, the way that Estella is looking at him is like bothering him. Right?
Oh yeah, he can't place something. He can't. He keeps like something. There's something familiar about this.
Yeah, because he talks about like how maybe like he thought like perhaps because her and Miss Haversham had spent so much time together that like they'd adopted similar mannerisms, but right. Will produce a remarkable occasional likeness of expression between faces that are otherwise quite different. And yet I could not trace this to Miss Haversham. I looked again, and though she was looking at me, the suggestion was gone. Like, what goes on for several paragraphs? Like, he keeps looking at her and like recognizing something about the way that she looks at him, but he can't figure out what it is. And it's like really bothering him for a while. And it's really bothering me because I have no idea what he's on about.
No. But here we are. Okay, Dickens is great about this. There's something that, because Pip is a very visual person. With Pip seeing something, he's going to cue into it, which again ties into why he's so attracted to Estella, because it's very visual. Blah, blah, blah. But like, there's a pattern here that he's trying to pick up on, and so he's like really confused. And I just anyway.
So maybe we'll figure it out at some point. Maybe in 12. Somewhere between 2 and 12 chapters
from now.
Figure out what he's on about here.
One of the things was I know we're trying to get inside now, but there is a point where Estella. Sorry, I was trying to flip through my book here. Estella says, like, she's actively telling him, "I have no heart." You see.
Yes, that
right. And I needed to get to this because she is to his face saying, "I have no soft things. I don't care for lovey-dovey. I have no heart." And like basically telling him, "I'm not good for you. I'm a horrible person." And Pip's like, "Nah, it's in there. You're just saying that." Like, nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, that's what happened right before he started into the what is this because then they decide to go in. I don't know, it's whatever.
They decide to stroll around the garden a bit more, and then they go inside, and then so they go inside, they go back to the room. He's gonna wheel around Miss Havisham for a while. Estella goes to get dressed. Oh God. and then we get this weird monologue from Miss Havisham about about her and basically, okay, here you go. Here's this sums up basically the whole conversation. Hear me, Pip. I adopted her to be loved. I bred her and educated her to be loved. I developed her into what she is, that she might be loved. Love her. And she just basically starts like yelling at Pip that he needs to love her. Like, love her, like
well, and he goes on to say here, because this is coming from Miss Havisham, and we know what happened to her, we think.
Yeah.
Said, but if the often repeated word had been hate instead of love, despair, revenge, dire death, it could not have sounded from her lips more like a curse. Because then Miss Havisham goes on to say, what real love is. Okay, this is her view of the world.
Yeah.
This is her view of what she's trying to basically institute and set up between the two people is a blind devotion, unquestioning self-humiliation, utter submission, trust and belief against yourself and against the whole world, giving up your whole heart and soul to the smiter.
Yes.
As I did. It was kind of okay up until then, giving up your whole self, right? The whole world, okay, maybe not utter submission and self-humiliation. Some of these words,
it's a little weird.
It's a little weird. But then we go to whom the smiter? She is now turning the tables of what she knows. Pip's heart will be utterly broken and destroyed by Estella in this encounter and in this set.
Well, I also think that she's trying to justify the way that she's describing what love actually is. She's describing how she felt about this dude that left her, right? She's also trying to prove that she was not wrong, right?
Okay, yeah.
So she just blindly went with this whole thing when clearly there were signs that he sucked, right? There were some flags. He had big flags, that he was not a good dude, but she wasn't trying to hear it, right? She just believed him, and she did all those things, and then she got burned real bad. And now she's still in the same dress X number of years later. So
she's the one that truly loved.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So she's trying to justify her actions, saying see, I wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
Right. This is what love actually is, because I wasn't wrong. Right. Although, it's okay. You messed up. It's fine. Right.
It's fine. And then and then when she does this, she reaches this rousing thing. She gets so worked up, she stands for the first time ever.
Yeah.
And who should walk in the door?
Oh yeah. So this part is weird. I was conscious of a scent that I knew, and turning, saw my guardian in the room. He smelled him first, which is weird. That's a weird way to introduce a character.
Don't do that.
Coming to the room, you just, it's dark in there, so fair.
And don't leave Morse code notes on the table.
Yeah,
don't say you smelled somebody when they walked in the room.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Or you're just I smell you, right? That's very Silence of the Lambs. Okay, don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
But he smelled him for I'm assuming his like cologne, right? I'm imagining what this is.
Something.
And then we get Pip being an idiot again, right? This like 2-paragraph like segue. He's like, oh, he always carried it. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about this massive silk handkerchief that he just has in his pocket,
and then he fidgets with
takes
it,
it out
all
and
the time.
unfolds it dramatically.
So much so that he used it to like he'd scare people off whenever he'd start flinging it around or whatever.
Yeah.
uh,
He had it out and blah blah blah. And they sit back down and they start going, blah 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 blah. And then they go to dinner, right? But Miss Havisham doesn't go because she doesn't eat in front of people. And then Mr. Jaggers does his weird thing again where he's like, how many times have you seen Estella, Pip? How many times? 1? 10,000? And he only gives like the stupidest ranges of all time for like everything. When he's like, how many times did you do it? Was it twice? Was it 700 times? Like, the dude was like 5. Calm down.
Yeah.
Like, what is this over dramatic? But he's always lawyering all the time. Like, he can't turn it off. Like, he just is lawyering. So he's always like setting up some big thing, and he's always leading up to it with like some bizarre line of questioning designed to confuse you.
Yeah. Oh. But again, I'm trying to also think of like, is there a role that Jaggers is supposed to be playing? Because he is the facts-based person of this, because he's supposed to be the lawyer, right?
True.
And like, is this another person basically like just pointing out the mere facts here of this relationship that you have?
I think he is kind of, because he's like, because I think he's just in his own strange way. He's like, so, like, clearly you love this girl, right? He's like, how many times have you actually talked to her?
Yes.
Right. Like, this is like, he's trying to be like everybody out there should have this friend, right? Like, maybe he's not this insane and doesn't have a 4-meter pocket square, but like, whenever you're in middle school and high school and you're like, oh, I'm dating this person, and they're like, bro, why? Like, like,
yeah,
like, really? they're trying to be like, hey, are you sure?
Maybe.
Like, I don't. What are you doing that for? Like, and then you're gonna be like, oh, she's cute, and they're gonna your friend. Hopefully, you have a friend that's gonna be like, look, dude, that's not good enough for you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he's on about here. He's like, because
100%.
he's walked in on this conversation about all this, and then how much you should love her and blah blah. And he's like, do you even know her, dude? Like, how many times do you actually talk to her?
Yeah. Yep.
Like,
in only the way that Mr. Jaggers can, of like basically like accusing him of murder and making him feel great. He's trying to, like, that's what I got. I kind of was like, I think that's what he's trying to do here.
Yeah.
Look, even your lawyer.
Yeah, is like, I mean, also then like the dinner, and he's like not really looking. He like doesn't even look at her. Like, he's not gonna look at her because he's just not. Like, he's gonna avoid all contact with her. Not looking over there. I'm not gonna drink. I'm not getting into this. No way. Like, it's almost like he knows she's bad news, and like he's like, nope, not engaging. Okay, gonna look over here.
Non-combatant. Enemy non-combatant. I'm just over here because I have to be, because my boss is paying.
And Pip even gets like weirded out about how quiet it all is, and every time he thinks about starting talking, he just looks up and sees Jaggers staring at him through his glass of wine.
Yes, it's great. It's so wonderful.
He's just like, stop. No.
And Pip is, so they have dinner, they separate. Sarah Pocket goes elsewhere because she just can't stand this. And they come back, and Pip is sitting here, and he talks about this struggle of, he's got like all of the tummy butterflies and over exuberance for Estella, and he can't even, like, it's making him uncomfortable to sit next to Jaggers, who wants nothing to do with her, because he said, what I suffered from was the incompatibility between his cold presence and my feelings towards Estella. It was not that I knew I could never bear to speak to him about her, that I knew I could never bear to him bear to hear him creak his boots at her, that I knew that I could bear to see him wash his hands of her. It was that my admiration should be within a foot or two of him. It was that my feelings should be in the same place with him. That was the agonizing circumstance. So like he can't even be in the same room as this guy because this guy wants nothing to do with her and he wants everything to do with her.
Yes. So they go back in there. She's had another costume change. She has been bedazzled by some Miss Haversham jewelry to look even more beautiful, I guess. There's even lamps on now. Oh my gosh, what? Crazy. And they're playing something. They play a game, right? I don't know.
Cards.
They're playing the card game.
In the cards.
Yeah. And then yeah,
we end, right? And but what does he do? He goes back and he's in his hotel room and he's reminding himself of Miss Haversham's word. Love her, love her, love her. And then he starts trying to convince himself by saying, I love her.
I love her, yes.
I love her. I love her. And it wins over, right? Because all of a sudden now he's super excited and it's great. And can you believe it? What the luck I have, buddy.
Yes. Yeah. And then he also ends the day, but we end that chapter with him being like, I knew then that I knew that I'm not going to go see Joe at all.
Why?
Like where Joe had brought me to tears. He said, Joe had brought the tears into my eyes. They had soon dried. God forgive me, soon dried.
Why do you think this is the moment where he decides that he's not going to go see Joe?
I think it's because we have to go back to London because Estella is going to London and she's supposed to call upon him when he's there. So he has to go back. He's going back with Jaggers tomorrow anyway. And so he can go, get ready from his very busy schedule, apparently. And so because all of that is just overconsumed him, he's just completely thrown off any pretense of going to see Joe, right?
Yeah. I had kind of got it that he knew that if he went to see Joe, he'd change his mind about Estella again. Because anyway, I kind of have that thought. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but I also see where it's well, Estella's going to London, so he needs to be in London and forget this old life and way of living.
Well, yeah, and I mean, because again, he's not he didn't want to be reminded of the thing that was actually real and actually comfortable, right?
Yeah.
He didn't want to see, because in the last couple chapters, right, Joe was talking about how you come around to my house, you'll see me hard at work, you'll see a real man, you'll see what real work and what real life should be like, and I hope you'll judge me fair for it. He doesn't want to look at that right now, right? He doesn't really want to face that reality. He doesn't want to face the home that he left, the people that he cared about, because he can't face them, right, at all. So what he does do, however, instead in chapter 30 is go wandering about town.
Oh, Pip.
Right? At first, he's like, I'm going to go walk through I was going to take a walk. Right? And so he goes out away from town. Right? But then he comes back and he's strolling through town. Right? And he wants people to see him kind of. Right? But from over there. Right? He doesn't want to interact with them necessarily. He wants people to see him from far away and admire him from afar, but not to actually talk to him.
And boy, howdy, is this pointed out to him very quickly.
Yeah. So this dude, another character who doesn't have a name, right? We have the Trabs boy, right? Who is one of the shopkeepers. It's his assistant dude, right? Starts following him, yelling at him.
Well,
and
causing a scene for him.
Yeah, you're a disgrace, blah blah blah, and causing a big scene, and then and he's also can't do anything about it, right? He just has to take it and walk on by, because that's the gentlemanly thing to do, right? Like he can't like beat him up, right? Which is what he wants to do, but he can't do that.
No, especially when the boy starts to say he's taunting him now, right? He's wearing his blue, like the bag over him, kind of making
of his coat, make fun of his coat, right?
Has a high collar, and he's like, what is he saying? Like, oh, don't know ya, pawn my soul, don't know ya.
Yeah.
And he's making fun of Pip,
yeah.
And basically being like, oh, he's too good for us. He won't acknowledge us. He's not going to talk to us. He's not going to do this because he's whatever now.
He's too high mighty.
Yeah.
And so we go do this. He finds the coach and hops inside with Jaggers and then goes back to London, right? He does write a note and says, hey, your man's was being a jerk in the street. You should deal with that for me. Yeah. And then he decides that he should at least send Joe some fish.
Oh, and a barrel of oysters.
Oh, yeah, right. As penance, right? He said the penitential codfish and a barrel of oysters as reparation for not having gone myself, right? Because now, after all, I think Joe's going to hear that he was there. So he's going to send him a note and some fish to make him feel better, right?
And I love this because then Pip has this interaction. Well, first we note that Herbert's here, and Herbert's like, Herbert told me
the best character is here finally. Herbie, come on, buddy.
Well, before we get there, he's got to interact with the Avenger, which is his little helper, page boy or whatever.
Yes,
and I love this because he's like. He's got to send him away because he knows that he's not what he's about to say shouldn't be said around him. And he says, a better proof of the severity of my bondage to that taskmaster could scarcely be afforded than the degrading shifts to which I was constantly driven to find him employment.
Again, yeah. Pip he only has this kid as a servant because that's what you do when you're wealthy. You have to have a servant, right? That's a thing that you have. And so he's employed this child of the washerwoman to be his servant, but he doesn't really need serving.
No, he said
he lives in a little tiny apartment with Herbert and he doesn't need him and he doesn't know what to do with him because he doesn't come from wealth. He has no idea what a servant is supposed to do. So he just makes up crap for him to do. And my favorite was sometimes he sends him blocks away to tell me what time it is off the big clock on the church.
Hyde Park to see what o'clock it was.
Yeah.
And it's also just this picture of, because he calls this so the severity of my bondage to that taskmaster. And it's like, Pip, you brought this into your life. You're the one who said you needed this. Yeah. You yes, you. He's got it all twisted in his mind. He's resentful of this.
Yeah, you could just let him go, Pip. You could just fire him, right?
Yeah.
Anyway. So we're hanging out with Herbie, right? Best character.
Herbie and Handel.
Yeah, and he's like, my dear Herbert, I have something very particular to say, and he's like, all right. Tell me. And he's like, I adore Estella. And Herbert's like, yeah. And he's like, but I do. He's like, yeah, bro. Everyone knows that.
Yes. And he's like, but I haven't said it. And he's like, what do you mean? You've not stopped talking about her since you've shown up.
He's like, how do you know it? I said, how do I know it, Handel? Why, from you. I never told you. Told me? You have never told me when you have got your hair cut, but I have the sense to perceive it.
Yes.
You have always adored her ever since I have known you. You brought your adoration and your portmanteau here together. Told me. Why? You have always told me all day long.
Yes. when you told me your own story, you told me plainly that you began adoring her the first time you saw her. And
He's
Pip's
like, okay,
response
fine.
is,
Well,
okay.
I have never left off adoring her. And he's just like, oh, we know.
Yeah. Oh.
But then again, we do get this weird. Again, he's like, lucky for you, then Handel, said Herbert, that you are picked out for her and allotted to her. Without encroaching on forbidden ground, we may venture to say that that there can be no doubt between ourselves of that fact. Have you any idea yet of Estella's views on the adoration question? And he's like, oh, she is thousands of miles away from me, I said.
That's great. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. And he's like, patience. It's fine. Like time enough. She'll get there.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it's so ridiculous.
And he's still struggling with himself in this moment because he's like, who am I? Who am I to deserve this? I'm a blacksmith boy. So who am I today? And Herbert comes back with a wonderful friend line, right? He's like, you're a good guy. Now I struggle to describe Pip in this way, but
same.
Herbert is playing the friend here. And he's like,
good job, Herbie.
Herbie, yeah. Our friend Herbie is like, you're a good guy, a good fellow with impetuosity and hesitation, boldness and diffidence, action and dreaming, curiously mixed in him.
Yeah.
Pip's like, okay, I don't know about that.
I stopped for a moment to consider whether there really was this mixture in my character. On the whole, I by no means recognize the analysis, but thought it not worth disputing.
Like, sure, okay, I don't know.
It's like, whatever. So we also find out that Herbert is engaged as well, also affianced, as it were, right? And he's like, yeah, well, I've got to do this and blah blah. But he also does say like, where does he go? Where he's like, hey, I'm gonna make you mad at me for just a minute.
Yeah, he starts there. Yeah, he's like, now pardon me for treading on ground that I shouldn't go here and making you uncertain and avoiding forbidden ground as you did just now. Just I say this constantly. He makes this statement. Herbert's, I think, before he gets to the he's engaged, because I love that point that Herbert's trying to make there. Mm-hmm. Herbert points out, he says, didn't you, what he says, likewise, it seems to me that concentrating our attention on the examination, we altogether overlook one of the best points of the animal. He's talking about the horse here. Mm-hmm. Didn't you tell me that your guardian, Mr. Jaggers, told you in the beginning that you were not endowed with expectations only? And even if he had not told you so, those are very large, if I grant. Could you believe that of all men in London, Mr. Jaggers is the man to hold his present relations towards you unless he were sure of his ground? He's trying to say, like, there's so much more for you in the world than these things, too. Yeah. Right? Like, is that, like, am I getting that right?
No. He even says, Handel, I am quite free from the flavor of sour grapes upon my soul and honor. Not being bound to her, can you not detach yourself from her?
Oh, yes.
I told you I should be disagreeable. Where, like, there's nothing in the contractual obligation with the Mr. Jaggers, Miss Haversham. Like, there's no writing that says you have to pursue her.
Yeah.
Right? He's basically like, hey, is it? Like, do you have to go after her? Right? Is that required of you? Is that in your contractual obligation? And he's like, no. He's like, then why?
Yeah.
He's like, so you could pursue other things or people yourself if you wanted to.
Yeah. And here we have this great, he doesn't say what emotions he had, but instead Pip says, I turned my head aside, for with a rush and a sweep, like the old marsh winds coming up from the sea, a feeling like that which had subdued me in the morning when I left for the forge, when the mists were solemnly rising, and when I laid my hand upon the village finger post, smote upon my heart again. There was a silence between us for a little while. And in that moment, back at the finger post, was this longing for what he was walking away from.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. When he first left, right? He was left. Like,
yeah.
He was thinking about all the things, all the good things he's going to be leaving. Joe and the house and his sister even, and Biddy and the job and the town and all the things that he knew, right? Like he really sure that he wanted to leave that?
Yep.
And now he's going, am I really sure I want to do this?
But he hardens again, right? And he's like, no, impossible. You can't try handle? No, impossible.
He's like, well,
Herbie's like, okay, well, I tried.
Yeah. He's like, all right, anyway.
Oh, and then he goes in to talk about marriage and how, like, he says, now, may I ask if you have ever had an opportunity of remarking down in your part of the country that the children of not exactly suitable marriages are always most particularly anxious to be married. Basically, he's saying, hey, have you ever noticed that, like, the two people that probably shouldn't get together, or like the two people that like don't make sense getting together, are always the ones rushing to get married?
Yeah. Or, well, I thought that meant like people who's, like, whenever I was taking that to mean like, are you like, have you noticed that people whose parents aren't exactly suited to be each other, all of their kids are always like really want to get married like real bad, right?
Oh, okay.
When he says that the children of not exactly suitable marriages are always most particularly anxious to be married.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Right.
Yes,
so I was thinking about like his parents, right? Like,
yeah. Well, because
his dad who like works all the time and his mom who lays around on the settee reading books.
That's okay. I misread that, because then he does go on to basically say, like, he lists all of his siblings and him who are like, we're all scheduled. We're like, we're all getting married, or like we're on that road, right?
And he's like, you are too? And he's like, yes, but it is secret. I assured him of keeping this secret and begged to be favored with further particulars. It's like, yo, spill it, brother. What do you mean? Yeah. You can't just be hiding that. So he's apparently engaged to somebody named Clara, who lives in London. He is not particularly excited about this. She is rather below my mother's nonsensical family notions. Her father had to do with the victualling of passenger ships. I think he was a species of purser. And what is he now? He is an invalid now. Yep. He's like,
yep. And I love the, like, and he's trying to.
Yeah, he's like living on. He's like the first floor. He's like, that's not what I was going to ask, but okay. Fine.
I love that living on, because he's trying to say like, what, like, where's his money come from?
Yeah. He's trying to say like, how is he like, what is he? Did he have like a pension? Did he like make a fortune? And he's like, the first floor of the house that she lives in. Yeah. We have to remember, European first floor, American second floor.
Second floor.
Right? That's what's happening here.
Yep. Because she always keeps him overhead, and he makes.
Yeah, he's always like banging around on this floor.
And I love that. Don't you expect to see him? Oh, yes. I constantly expect to see him, because I never hear him without expecting him to come tumbling through the ceiling.
I do not know how long the rafters may hold. Right? He's always banging around with some like terrible contraption, right? But then he kind of gathers in, kind of like forlornly, as he's kind of trailing off. He's like, but you can't marry, while you're looking about you. Right? So he's saying like, even though I am to be married, he's like, I can't be because I don't have any prospects.
Yep.
Right? I don't have any job or money or savings. Right? So I can't get married right now. This is actually awkwardly the same argument that Ebenezer Scrooge uses to not marry that lady in A Christmas Carol. Yeah. Except for he just doesn't have enough money, whereas Herbie has like zero. But Like I like also after we contemplated the fire, that's like,
Yep.
he reaches into his pocket
ways.
and he realizes that he has the playbill that Joe left for him about the actor.
Oh yes.
And
who's from the church where they went to home, right?
Yeah. And he said, oh, it's today. And so him and Herbie decide that they're gonna go see the play, right? When Herbert told me that his affianced already knew me by reputation and that I should be presented to her, and we had warmly shaken hands upon our mutual confidence, we blew out the candles, made up our fire, locked the door, and issued forth in quest of Mr. Wopsle and Denmark.
Mr. Wopsle.
Right. Again, because the play is Hamlet. You see. So it's very nice. Very nice. I like how we we keep dancing around. I won't say the word Hamlet, but because but it's literally it's very interesting. Like he just is. I like how he keeps alluding to it. Like, yes, we're going to go see the Prince of Denmark.
Yes.
Not actually the Prince of Denmark. We're at Hamlet. We're talking about Hamlet. He's not traveling to Denmark. He's going to see Hamlet. That's what's happening.
Yep.
Oh, Pip, why? Once again, the best chapter was 30 because Herbie was there. So this book needs more Herbie. I'm going to be sad when Pip does something dumb and makes Herbert leave. Be real mad about that. I don't know if I'll be able to forgive him if he causes great affront to Herbie, because Herbie's my favorite character. Out of all the people in this book, he is actually the best character. Like, not even joking. Like, Joe's pretty good too, but like, Herbert's the best.
Herbert is. I agree. Oh, so we'll see what happens. Oh, man.
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, expectations continue to rise for me as well as we figure out what on earth and the Dickens is going on.
Yeah, what in the Dickens is happening? That's right.
There it is.
Well,
do you want to go with your haiku first?
I'll do the Lost haiku.
The Lost,
and then you can catch us up to current haikus, right?
Current haiku.
For reference, small summary from last week. My haiku is about the menu for snow days. All right. The mercury falls as bubbles rise on the stove. A hearty, joyful bowl.
Yum.
Boom. Because you need soup on a snow day, man. That's what's up.
Snow soup. Snow soup. Yep. Perfect. I love it. Still fitting, actually, turns out.
True. Had soup tonight, actually.
Soup, yeah, absolutely. So it works. That works. Spoiler, mine's also about snow.
I mean, fair.
Okay. A foot of snow falls. Tires whisper. Roads slow to breathe. White miles, steady hands.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Instinctually, it's things when they're driving in snow, you just crack the window a little bit to hear your tires going. It's great. You just do it. Just do it, people. Just listen to your train. I don't know.
It's always very interesting to see the things that the nuances that we've inherited from our father, the strange things that occur.
Yes.
That is a very dad thing to do right there. Like,
I know.
But don't worry, Collin. I put on a jacket to go Snubble Show today, so don't worry.
Oh my gosh. I'm so angry. I don't know why my voice is... I keep losing my voice. I hope nothing's wrong. 3 minutes later, outside, hat, t-shirt, it's -5. And he's shuffling off the back.
Gloves.
No gloves. And I'm pretty sure it was in house slippers. Just
shoveling snow off the deck. A place where you don't really need to shovel snow off of.
Why are you doing this? I'm gonna I'm going to go upstairs and lay down for a little bit. No, going to take a nap. 7 minutes later, he's back down. I'm going to go play at the driveway. Just like, oh my gosh. I need to lock you inside the house is what I need to do. I need to bar the doors from the outside.
Oh my gosh.
Stay. Oh, well.
Oh, Lord.
Wear your coats, people.
Wear your coats. It's cold, people. Come on.
It's not that hard. Oh, well, we will. You're not going to believe I'm going to make 2 copies of this as soon as we're done recording.
All right.
And I'm going to back it up in 5 different locations.
There you go.
And we will make this work.
I was wondering last week, too, like, did we just hit the record button? And, like, I'm just so used to, because I got thinking, it's like, did it say the thing?
Yeah.
But, like, it always says a thing. So, like, I don't even really register when it says the thing anymore.
No.
So, like, I've been staring at the thing that says recording, like, this whole episode, like, just to make sure it's on.
Waiting sure it doesn't blip off.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, well, we will, on that, will this episode come out? We don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Yes, we're going to will it. Yes,
we will.
It'll be fine.
And on that surety, we'll pull in there. Okay. Very good. Okay, love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.